Top UFC lightweight contender Arman Tsarukyan gave high praise to former champion Islam Makhachev, asserting that Makhachev was the only 155-pound fighter capable of out-wrestling him. The two first met in 2019, with Makhachev earning a unanimous decision. With heavyweight champ Tom Aspinall currently recovering from double eye surgery, the UFC is eyeing an interim title fight between Alex Pereira and Cyril Gane to keep the heavyweight division moving. And Pereira's recent social media tease has intensified speculation about his potential move up in pursuit of a third crown. Colby Covington revealed that he is in negotiations with the UFC to fight on the upcoming White House card scheduled for June 14, 2026. He also addressed and downplayed rumors linking him to a potential matchup with Conor McGregor, expressing interest in high-profile fights while clarifying that a McGregor bout may not materialize. Daniel Cormier explained why the promotion passed over Arman Tsarukyan for a title shot, saying that recent matchmaking choices, such as elevating Justin, made strategic sense for the UFC, particularly with the build toward a high-profile White House card. Cormier admitted it now looked clearer why Tsarukyan was snubbed. Former interim lightweight champion Dustin Poirier posted photos of a badly broken toe suffered at American Top Team. Though retired after his trilogy fight with Max Holloway at UFC 318, Poirier continues to train hard and has not ruled out a return. Welterweight King Islam Makhachev is actively campaigning for a high-profile super fight versus Ilia Topuria at the UFC White House card, signaling his interest in marquee matchups beyond his own division's title picture as fans and pundits weigh future blockbuster possibilities. UFC champion Islam Makhachev recently issued a lighthearted challenge to former world heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua, inviting him to Dagestan to improve his wrestling skills after the two met at an MMA event in Dubai. Makhachev praised Joshua's striking and joked that mastering wrestling could make him a serious MMA contender. Despite Islam Makhachev publicly discussing a potential super fight with Ilia Topuria for the UFC's historic White House event, his manager has since ruled out that matchup. The manager emphasized that Makhachev's next fight will be against a legitimate welterweight contender, moving away from recent comments about Topuria. Jon Jones's long and decorated MMA career continues to divide fans, as his history of failed drug tests and anti-doping controversies still complicates his legacy in the UFC. Even with incredible accomplishments inside the octagon, many fans and pundits see the testing issues as a persistent shadow over his status among the sport's all-time greats. Former UFC middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis is calling for a rematch with current title holder Khamzat Chimaev after a lackluster loss at UFC 319. Du Plessis criticized the fight's pace and entertainment value, suggesting Chimaev's wrestling-heavy strategy led to a terrible contest. Veteran Nate Diaz clarified comments about wanting to slap the shit out of someone at UFC 326, specifying who his target was and offering an apology for the language. Diaz, known for his fiery personality and BMF aspirations, teased a potential return to action as speculators link him to future high-profile matchups. Veteran Nate Diaz stirred controversy ahead of UFC 326 by saying he'd slap the shit out of Charles Oliveira in comments about the upcoming BMF title fight, then walked back and apologized for the hot take while fueling talk of a possible return to compete again, especially with the buzz around the historic UFC White House event this June. Retired UFC veteran Gilbert Melendez believes longtime friend and training partner Nick Diaz can defy expectations and make a successful comeback to mixed martial arts. Diaz, now 42, recently declared his intention to chase world title aspirations after a lengthy absence from the octagon. Former middleweight champion Sean Strickland criticized reigning champ Khamzat Chimaev for only fighting once a year, claiming he's the one contender most likely to beat him and pushing for more consistent competition rather than waiting on inactivity.